find a way to run from the city of the sun. You could have stayed, it's only over when the day is done. I never knew you was a runner, yeah. I mistook you for a son. It don't matter what we think when it's all over. 'Cause this is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah.
Archie, is it fun?
Fun.
Fun.
After me. Ready? Happy?
Happy.
New?
New?
New.
Was wrong to say I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause in the story of our lives, the best of times through color glass, time rolls on enough to let me move on past, but every little now and then it creeps on back to shape my smile.
Alright, today is June 13, 2021, and it's 12:30 p.m. Today was the day I was gonna take a day off, not bother going on the computer, but I got up at 3, no, not 3, I'll say maybe 4 or 5 o'clock, and I was thinking, okay, once it's 7, the park is open, I'll go for a walk. Then I was like, you know what, I need to buy something for my hair. I need some lotion for my hair and stuff like that. So I'll wait, and then I'll do that later. I'll go out once and do all of that. Then I was like, oh, my husband wants to do the laundry at the laundromat. When I got up this morning, first I wanted to take a walk. Then I thought about the thing I wanted to wash for my hair. And then I thought my husband's gonna do laundry, and I'll go with him, help him a little bit, and then go buy my thing. It's 12:41 going to 1 o'clock right now. I'm not in the mood to do any of them. So he went by himself. I ended up not going for the walk, not buying the thing for my hair, because he took his damn ass time to do all of that. So I'm going to through Twitter. There's a lot of things that I see I'm bookmarking, so let me just go do them and at least record them, get them out the way, because they're very interesting. I started listening to the podcast, the Sussex Squad podcast. I think I even comment and stuff like that. So and I was like, you know what, let me just go turn on the computer, and here I am now. All right, 1,103 subscribers. Alright, YouTube is messing with me. They still haven't approved my channel. Alright, let's go on Twitter and see what's going on. Alright, so this is my homepage. This is none of the thing that I bookmarked from Bent Pink. I don't know. I don't follow them. Okay, it was retweeted by Dr. Zenye. So I follow Dr. Zenye. That's why I'm seeing this. All right. So this says, then sending Harry everywhere proved to be a blessing in disguise. Haza learned public relation, conversing with world leaders. All right. I said this on my last video that is actually uploading right now. Oh, not this one. Right here, it's uploading right now. I think I said something like that, where Harry learned from meeting other people. Was it this video? Could one of my old videos? I've said something in this nature. All right, let's see here. Okay, so true, it really made a man out of him. They inadvertently brought him closer to Meghan. Yep, I said something like that, where, you know, meeting other people, seeing how other people live outside of the palace wall, he learned a lot. All right, so all of this nonsense that his upper class were complaining about, things that he see, it's nothing compared to what the real world is dealing with. I mean, he learned a lot. All right, let's see here. Again, this none of the thing that I bookmarked. Let me like it. So I don't. Okay, question for my British friends. I'm genuinely curious. Is public speaking not taught in high school there? Universities, imagine, it's the same as here in the US, speaking in front of the class from age 10 through high school required course at uni, at least at mine. All right, I taught, there's something like that I bookmarked a few minutes ago. A lot of people were talking about public speaking and things like that, and I've even mentioned it on many of my old videos. The video had nothing to do with public speaking. It was a video, I think Meghan was in front of the schools, the kids at school, and she was talking about something, and then I was about to change page, and then I went back to the picture and said something about public speaking, and I spoken about it. And then later on in other videos where Kate was talking and stuff like that, and I was like, I could understand public speaking is not natural for anybody, but Diana left a freaking blueprint for these kids. Okay, a blueprint. I have videos of Diana taking classes at the palace. That person came and helped her with her public speaking and things like that. There's a lot of clips from there I take occasionally to show you certain things, and I think one of the clips from I took from my last video, it's in there also. So Diana left a blueprint for them, for William's future wife and Harry's future wife and everything in between. All right, so I don't know what they really, I mean, I'm speaking in terms of, it's not like I'm perfect in this, okay? I'm probably horrible at it myself. But for someone in their position, especially her, Kate, who chases that guy for almost, I don't know, 10 years plus, okay, knows what it takes to be the wife of a prince or future king. All right, why doesn't she follow the blueprint Princess Diana left? Take classes. Okay, and when instead of chasing the prince, your ass should have been sitting at the classroom, do what needs to be done. All right, this is what the real world is talking about. All right, she's embarrassing herself. Let's see what some people say. All right, every member of royal family manages pretty well except for one. Yes, but only two aren't boring. The squad have to show their shade somewhere. It is taught, and if you look at her engagement video, she wasn't as bad. My guess is they try morphing her into so many women that she's lost herself. Wow. Oh, and she's putting on an accent. Really? Okay, yes, she's trying so hard to get the accent right, she loses the ability to communicate properly. Her accent is obvious fake, and her speaking skill are now dreadful. How does BP consider that a win? That's for them to deal with, but the world see it for it is. Your guess is as good as mine. They don't remember, they're setting them for failure. I've been saying this. They're setting these people for failure. All right, so they probably, you know what, I don't even want to go over there because I got my bit down on the comment section. I mean, you guys were pretty honest. I'm just saying, okay? Because I was trying to somewhat defend her. Some of you said pick a side. I'm I'm sorry. I was just saying it how it was, how I see it in front of me. It's not like I was taking side. I'm sorry. But, there's nothing I can do to actually put them any further down than they're doing themselves. That's all I could say. You squaddies are too good. I knew I was ready for that beat down, and I wasn't too disappointed. I was in the corner with the backs over my head and the phone in my hand looking. You guys don't play, but it ain't good coming from good place. But you guys are right. But yeah, she can go. I mean, there's no way anybody could put her down than her herself. Okay, look how you're meeting world leaders. You don't even. Oh my goodness, you haven't. They didn't prepare her. Certain question that might be. But then again, and some of the question that I saw on Twitter is some people were saying they didn't show her the question first like they usually do with Kensington Palace, especially with the world coming over there, and. You don't mess with the U.S. Journalists. They don't go around the bush. They tell you like it is. All right. Yep. Even for my generation in America, we started giving class presentation in 3rd grade, and public speaking is a big deal. We've taught how to manage stage fright. That's fine. What is it? Before the lockdown and all of that, the kids were being homeschooled. When they make their project, they have to stand in the front of the classroom to talk about. You know what? Even at home, I forgot that. Even at home, they make them do projects, and then they have to present the thing in front of in the Zoom class thing. So my husband and I did something. I don't know. We were able to do it where because our computer screen have 2 screens, one where the camera is facing them, and then one we told my son to type what he wants to say. So as he looked in front of the camera, and we told him, okay, type what you want to say and read it off the screen, and as you are speaking, point to the things that you are saying, okay, on the board, and things like that. Even at Zoom, yeah, they even make you do that. I remember my first year in college, they make me do a presentation. It was pretty scary. It's not easy. All right. So for her position, she should be consistently taking those classes. Hire the same guy who, I think he's still alive. Hire the same person who taught Princess Diana. All right. Make him come to your in the palace and teach you. All right. There's a problem, so fix it. Jeez, okay. Brit here. Public speaking is rarely taught unless you are part of a debate team. Our MSM TV network are situated with tabloid gossip and propaganda. Local libraries are either underfunded. Okay, I spoke about public libraries in the UK that being closed. Okay, either underfunded or closed. There it is. The whole idea is to plant ignorance on the mass so they can brainwash our kids. Okay. All right, I gather that means critical thinking skills aren't taught either. I spoke about my son who, even in the U.S., that right now they're trying to dumb down the public. And this is something I have to keep a very close eye on, and then make sure my kids are aware of certain things. All right, my oldest, who's pretty much not interested in anything except for being in the video game, but I have to make sure he's aware of things. All right, my youngest, I don't even need to teach him anything. He's going about it. He's teaching me, actually. Why we had to do presentation in front of the class as far back as I can remember. Back in elementary school, I know they were always super boring and were split over a few days. Yep, that is true. Okay, and if you grew up in church like me in USA, almost all of us kids had to speak, sing, praise, dance at least sometime during the year. Easter speech, welcome, newcomers, visitors, Christmas, recital, plays, etc. All of the high required rehearsal. All right, to be honest, I'm doubt her degree. All right, to think she did master in a subject that is more storytelling, history is absurd. Some people cough some amount to graduate. I need to be convinced this didn't happen with her. Oh my God, the world is talking about it. All right, I've read that you can finish some graduate program in the UK in only 9 months, but it's more like a BA honor program here in the US. I could be wrong about that. I had one semester in the US and was shocked to the extent to which public speaking was part of each class I took and part of the grade they gave you, but it did help my confidence level for a while. Yep, even now they doing at elementary school. Alright, I'm English, and from an early age when we wrote a story, we had to read it out to our class. But guess what? I don't know. This is why the UK is blind. How will I say, blindsided the country with those BS tabloid making a big deal out of a baby's name. All right, you guys see the problem. There is a problem being in front of you. All right, even if the school don't teach it, create groups among yourselves. This is why, I don't know if I explained the story that I had with one of the with the school that with the parents that my kids go to school with. All right, I was helping with PTO and all of that. I told them I do not want to be any part of anything that has to do with money. I will help you sell. I will help you set up. I will help you with everything that you need. I even help with the Facebook page. But I do not want to be alone with money, because I don't know who's around me, who I can trust, who probably not truthful, and then I'm gonna be blamed for it. So that's that. And within that, there was some discussion of things and name calling, some BS, useless thing. I was more than happy to hear that. Why? Because I was going out of my way to help them. Because I didn't want to be one of those parents who's not participate. So I was trying to participate and help them, but instead it became a political thing. So I was like, they didn't know I was seeing the text. I was like, you know what? It's fine. I understand where you're coming from. I don't see the same thing as you guys, because they were spending money we were raising on stupid things that doesn't need to be spent on. They were spending it on plastic bags, giving it to kids with the school logo, when the school actually need those playground thing for the kids not to fall. I would rather spend the money on that. So when I see my mindset is not in the same thing as them, guess what? I bounce. Okay, I don't even want to hear what they're doing, what fundraising they're doing. When my kids is telling me, oh, they're doing cookie sell or whatever they're selling or whatever, before I'll tell my kids, don't even buy any of this nonsense, bring here. And sometimes they buy it, they don't even eat it. All right, I say I'll give them $10 to donate or something like that. But now I don't even bother anymore. I was more than happy to see that. And there were things that I was creating, like I knew there were some kids who had issues with reading comprehension, so I was creating group within my son's class and things like that. So when I realized we're not in the same page, guess what? I bounce. I do those things with my kids on my own. So we know there's a problem. These are people who's paying attention, like myself. I'm not saying I'm an expert on anything, but when I see a problem, I try my best to resolve it. And guess what? I'm not that rich either. All right? So it's not like I'm saying I'm all that or anything like that. When you see a problem, you find people like-minded in your school, create a group, and help with these things. You know, you don't need the school to do these kind of things for you. You see the problem, the library is being closed, create a group where one of you buy different books, and then when you finish reading it, you pass it along. There's different ways of doing these kind of things. But then again, who am I to say? Because I think differently. But with the public speaking thing, this is a thing that some parents could put heads together and said, maybe it's something like that we should do, or talk to the school, force the school to make it happen. All right, if parents come together and push the school to do it, maybe it could be done. All right, we see there is a problem, but some of you are so blinded with baby's name or what Meghan is wearing or nonsense, completely nonsense, when you guys should be focused on the prize of what needs to be done. And look at the election just happened here. You guys vote for the same people who's dumbing down the whole entire country. And at least the US is hanging on a string right now. People are fighting. Okay, people are still fighting. Okay, they're not, those people who want to dumb down the country, they're not gonna let it go because it's to their advantage. People think money is everything. Money is not everything. All right, if you, all the people don't know who knows how to do things, who knows how to plant, who knows how to how do you call this, pick the food from the fruits from the trees and all of that, and then you eliminate them. How much is your money gonna do for you? Are you gonna eat your money? Literally, put the dollars or pound in your mouth and eat it? You need people to do this. When you dumb down the freaking country, the whole, what money gonna do for you? Nothing. All right, let me leave this. I went on. You see, people's talking about it. Let's see. Fair enough. Let's read from bottom up. I have had this exact question so many times. Heck, Diana took public speaking lesson as the Princess of Wales. She's been married for 10 years. All right. Why does the royal family keep putting someone out there that isn't skilled at speaking? Guess what? It's the courtiers. This is what Harry was saying. Okay, the monarch is surrounded by people who's giving them bad advice. All right, you usually, what they should do, how many working royals do they have? All right, use them at their strong point. All right, you put them, those who's good at public speaking, you use them at this particular event. All right, you got someone sitting around table with First Lady of the United States, who is an educator. All right, and they're asking you some question, and the lady was like, wow, I wish this could be longer. You wasted her time pretty much. But it was somewhat of that sense she was talking. Yes, royals go through a load of training as well, but not enough can do it. All right, the United States had to give presentation at elementary school and of the class. All right, not really. A school student may do presentation of a piece of work, but not public speaking per se. It's done at university, but again, it depends on what course you're studying. All right, let's see here. Especially me studying architecture. Oh my goodness, you always have to, when you finish your project, sometime by the time you finish your project, it takes maybe 2 or 3 classes to go over everybody's project. All right, you have to explain your thought, your things, and all of that. My last one, I remember, where I had to do my project, and I hated it. It was a waste of money. Why? Because they grouped me with 2 guys who were friends from the get-go. All right, they knew each other from God knows how long, and then my idea, I should have speak up and say I'd rather do it myself, do my own thing. But they plugged me in with them, and then my ideas were never being put into place. That was a waste of money. I should have speak up when I saw my ideas were not being implemented. All right, by the time they're doing the presentation, it was their project. I literally told the teacher it was their project. They didn't accept any of my say. All right, if you're gonna give me an F, this is why I get the F. Don't blame me. All right. I'm honest with myself. Okay, in my high school in Brooklyn, New York, we had to do presentation in front of class. So you learn to get over it by 12th grade. By the time college come along, felt more comfortable. My kids have been doing classroom presentations since 2nd grade. Yep, that is true. I grew up in small church and often had to speak in front of the congregation. By the time I was an adult, speaking in front of a crowd was not a big deal to me, and I'm shy. But we're all different. I still have that thing in me. I mean, if it's something I'm passionate about, I'm not scared. But if you're forcing me to do something that I'm not interested in, that's where the scare my fright come in. All right, yes, in UK uni modules requires that you do presentation in front of the class. Final year project, at least 30-minute presentation to auditorium with question and answer afterward. Q&A is for the lecturer to determine how knowledgeable you are of the project or if you got helped. Okay, that is true. All right, let's go to some of the things that I bookmark. All right, I bookmark as of today. All right, 22 of them. Okay, there it is, public speaking again. All right, any excuse for Karen failureism? Okay, for those who are saying that Catherine doesn't know how to speak in public, I want to tell you that it is certainly not an easy thing, and that only a few people will be able to do it. She was just talking naturally, not reciting poetry. Guess what? This is excuses for her. If it was Meghan, you guys would have a field day with it. That's why I bookmarked this. Let's see here. Alright, they always, there it is. They always make excuses for Kate, yet will jump on the slightest headline that doesn't even concern Meghan. What they can't admit is that they just don't want melanin in their white spaces. Alright, I'm speech coach. Trust me, Kmart is bad. Not because of lack of ability, but because she won't practice her speech beforehand. Bingo! Alright, she's not nervous at all. She's just completely unprepared, and it shows. That's right. And I think I said something like, beforehand, the night before. Alright, learn a playbook. Instead of copying Meghan of what she wears and stuff like that, look how she prepared. The night before, she does her thing. She prepare. She practice her things. And do that. Practice this. My goodness. Alright, I also believe that playing shy and demure is part of her armor. Okay, a bit like playing dumb. Alright, okay, that's in French. Alright, Kate is married to a future king, and she has known in advance that she will have to speak in public. Did I say that on my last tweet that I saw on my homepage? Alright, why she has not practiced and practiced. Alright, she should watch the movie The King's Speech. The Queen's father was a stammerer and not good at public speaking, and his wife found him help. There's Princess Diana too. Alright, there's a lot of example in front of her, and this is why history is important. Alright, learn from the past in order for you to move in the future. Quote, only a few people can do it, lol. End quote. She makes it seem like magical powers. Anyone can do it with some training or self-improvement. It is also a topic that she has 10 years worth of knowledge with access to the best in the field. She just keep repeating the earlier years are important. What about school leaving qualification and being outdoor is good. Alright, the bar is so low to excuse her mediocrity. Alright, if that was Duchess Meghan making a hash of a simple speech, they'd be saying something else. Here's a little something for them. Alright, I remember, I think I showed this before. This is Pagan. I don't know what remind me of Meghan Markle and how eloquent and prepared she always was whenever she had to speak to the public. It helped that she was passionate about the work she was doing. It's nice to see an expert felt the same way. She's terrific. Okay, let's see here. Let's listen.
Very very real, very natural.
I saw this video before.
It seemed like she actually cared about the subject matter that she's talking about. Overall, did a really good job at incorporating the company into her speech. She mixed a good level of kind of light humor with sincerity, and she's just super effective. Meghan Markle, you killed it. Big fan. This was
I saw that video before, by the way. Alright, this is where I left off. Oh, I got a phone call. Alright, the same expert gave his opinion on another person whose name escaped me at the moment. He seemed to detect the same authenticity of lack of genuine interest in the subject matter that many others have pointed out. Okay, 17 seconds. Let's see.
She's believing it. Like, you can read it and believe it, but it seems like she knows what to say in a polished way, but for me so far it doesn't feel genuine. It feels like she's reading it more than she's believing it. Like, you can read it and believe it, but it seems like she knows what to say in a polished way,
okay,
but for me so far it doesn't feel genuine. It feels like she
let's see what some people say in that part of the video. Thank you. 10 years doing the job, 19 years hanging in the circle, yet zero accomplishment. No excuse. It insults the intelligence of a fair-minded people to think we can tell when someone is consistently unprepared and uninterested in doing their job. A job she spent 10 years seeking, and after 10 years of the job training, she still can't do it. Okay, and QC can never ever be compared. And the effrontery to put such with Dr. B. Dr. Biden, shameful. Why I like Dr. Biden show her the compassion she has been unable to show others. I may be mistaken, but Dr. Biden's head swivel and think had a tinge of pity. Okay, when the inability to contribute intelligently to a simple discussion and is so bad that it has to be distracted from the throwing people under the bus. Perhaps it is to ask for extra coaching or training. Hating and briefing against someone else will never make you better. That is true. Okay, it's not about extra coaching or training, it's lack of will. Yeah, I think all she care about is do the dress up, swell the hair, and don't ask her any question, just show her beauty. Beauty is not everything. All right, let's see. You found my go-to guy. All right, that's the real word salad. Okay, exactly. All right, let's go to the next tweet. All right, so that's that. I think I bookmark it again. All right, let's see here. All right, this is a thread. Okay. All right, Harry said what he said. Harry, certainly, now I'll never be bullied into silence. Oprah, do you still feel controlled by them, the media? No, they're desperately trying to control the narrative because they know that if they lose it, then the truth will come out. Prince Harry, I'm not even gonna play it. YouTube is gonna block me. All right, I'm not even gonna play. You either saw it or you didn't see it. All right, source, the official statement from British press and the royal family, Charles and Camilla, William and Kate, expressed their delight over Elizabeth Diana's arrival. Source, tabloid headline on breaking rules and the Queen waging war. All right, surely something so serious merit official statement, or is this palace source wishful thinking? All right, so what happened here? Okay, Buckingham Palace have shared a statement. Quote, the Queen, the Prince of Wales, and the Duchess of Cornwall, and the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge have been informed and are delighted with the news of the birth of a daughter for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Why did I bookmark this? Let me just move on. All right. I know she had to answer the question, but it was still slightly jarring. The baby's name is currently invalidated by the very same media organization that lift you and your children up while putting down her family. Your wannabe little bet. Maybe speak up on her defense. This is where the squad be saying, I'm not feeling sorry for it. I was getting the beat down. I mean, you guys were really truly honest on the comment section. All right, whatever I was feeling at that moment, that's what I share in that video. I don't even remember what I said, but you guys put a checkmate on me. All right, final. You talk about early formative years, so you must know how a child's self-esteem is sensitive to the feeling around them. Your silence may be perceived as complicity and little bit rules and years to come by your niece. Did you protect her name and by extension her personhood? That's a good point. I didn't think of it that way. That's a very good point. Let's see, there's 2 comments in here. All right, she didn't even say her name during that question. I don't think they said it in the announcement either. Wow. All right, let's see here. I doubt she wants to meet Little Bit. I mean, she was just playing the part right there. All right, I hope reporters keep asking this question so we can see how long it takes until the Sussexes let the king quote, meet, and quote, their new baby girl. Exactly. Someone start the scoreboard. First point goes to Adriana Mitchell of NBC News. Haha. Get the squad or something. All right. And what is it? I think I bookmark it. There's something I saw where they're saying that they're not letting international journalists into certain part or something like that. They've been to the G7 thing, so they don't want to hear the hard question. I hope I bookmark it and I hope I share it with you. All right, she did. No one was paying attention. How does she communicate? Her jewelry. That is the only way she ever does. She wore a Botswana flowers brooch to the G7 meeting. Okay, flower brooch is in the form of spray of millet, sometimes called the sorghum, a crop that abandoned to Botswana. It features 11, what is it, pearl? I don't know. Okay, I meant the Queen spoke up, not Kate. Sorry, not that the Queen actually spoke up, but for her, wearing the brooch is like yelling into the microphone. Then if I go to this stuff and they're showing all this stuff, material stuff meaning something, and I will get lost. I didn't understand what you're saying. Can you say it for me? Because I don't understand this stuff. All right, let's see here. Saying what? Nah, let her keep quiet. The only reason not to speak up is because they agree. All right, no bloody queen needs to speak up first now. Okay, how can she let this country they care? That's so obvious. All right, period. Well said. All right, let's go to the next tweet. Cleaning house furniture. Why did I? Okay, that was something to be funny. All right, Chris Heaven. How do y'all clean your outdoor furniture? All right. This is the part that I bookmarked. Right? I'm white, so per by law, I just put a soap on the very top of the cushion and let the water run down. I thought that was funny. I cannot like this enough. Okay, you know what? Never mind. They're just laughing. Just random people. Let's see. Let me go into him and see what other people are saying. Well, I stuffed mine in the washing machine one by one and managed to rip them to shreds. So I had to buy new ones. OMG. Yes, but when I first get them, I spray with 303. It's made for yacht cushion. Protects them from the element and makes cleaning easy. Okay, even the sunbrella cushion. Okay, Chris, you're brave than I am. Unless there's a screen in the porch, I legitimately do not understand the concept of outdoor cushion. Don't get me started on outdoor rugs. Okay, that's a question. How? Do you have to take them inside every night and when it rains? Okay, yes, my parents take them inside and put them just inside the door. Alright, that's the part I was laughing about. But anyway, let me go to the next one. There's more important things to go about. Alright, there's Henry VIII. The comments below most of the G7 posts are effing brutal for England. People can't agree who the bigger joke is, the Prime Minister or the Duchess of Cambridge. Alright, even the TikTok kids are having a go. KP has a PR problem. Okay, well, that explains why this is what's on the headline today. More smoke and mirrors to draw attention away from the embarrassing Boris and Kate J7 show. Queen ditches never complain, never explain policy. After the war over Harry and Meghan calling their daughter Little Bet, the palace will no longer let mistruths go unchallenged. Alright, let's see here. What else did they say? You said it all. Smoke and mirrors. And then the wording and the paragraph is all over the place. Okay, it's all of smoke and mirrors. There's a GIF for everything. Alright, I can't find it. They've had their butts flooded with how beautiful Kate is and bashing the clothes Jill Biden wore because they, quote, clashed, end quote, with Kate's outfit. These people. This is all what they're all about. The clothes, the exterior things, the material stuff. This is all they have to offer people. Screenshot, please. Okay? Yes, please. Alright, LOL. Kate Middleton said. LOL. What else? What? That's really bad. And no Harry or Meghan to use as human shield. I mean, this is why they keep going, you know, branching out with the Little Bet's name kind of thing. Alright, I'm sure they'll find a way. Let's see here. Already look at the front page of the Daily Mail. No wonder not one story about mumbles, eggs, and sausage fingers has been promoted or made an empire. It was so dull. Feel sorry for the world leaders. All they were used for was picture, no substance. Okay, somebody called BJ. Okay, Boris Johnson, a dangerous clown shoes. Oh my God, I can't get up after that. To be honest, I don't think anyone is buying the Harry and story today. I guess Harry and Meghan story today. That place is washed up. Alright, way out of the depth, embarrassing. Well, which post is it? Want to check it out? Oh dear. Alright, let's see here. Next tweet. Alright, oh my God. Let's see here. They really did waste her time. How embarrassing. Let's see here. This is V from Sussex Podcast. I mean, they literally wasted First Lady of the United States time. LOL. Somebody should have told Dr. Biden these engagements aren't actually about substance, just appearances. I think I commented on it. Let me hear.
The strict instructions, so I feel like we could carry on talking about this for a long time, and it's been a really lovely discussion, but I'm afraid we're going to need to close in a few
I
moments.
have a million questions written down.
Well,
Oh my God.
I tell you what,
I have to give you a call.
you're most welcome to come to Felton, but
Wow.
we'd love to hear any closing remarks you have, any closing reflections.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm sorry it's so short. That's my first comment. Because there's so much we need to talk about and to dialogue about.
Wow.
And so I just don't know where to begin. But as an educator myself, so much of what you're saying has certainly touched my life in that I taught in a psychiatric hospital like for 5 years.
Strict instructions. So I
This
feel
is
like
someone who can prepare. This is the thing. They know theirs don't come prepared. Like they say here. What is it? Dr. Biden disengagement aren't actually about substance. She came with her question already. All right. What did she have with her? What did Kate has with her? Oh my goodness. All right. It was a photo app for Miss Mumbles. She knew that any question from the intelligent Dr. Biden will expose her mediocrity and unintelligence. I know. Why the hell did they send her? They wasted Jill's time. Okay. The First Lady can now see what Meghan was up against. Okay, humiliating at its best. So you think it's trying to keep her down? Who will set her up for such huge failure? My goodness, of course he is. I think that he wants to get rid of her as well. People start seeing that. Yeah, that's a damn shame. It is a low bar is set for children in the UK. Wow. My goodness. My goodness. My goodness. Actually, when I saw it, I didn't even listen to it. This is why sometimes I be saying some of the things that I said, because I waited and for you guys to see when I'm recording, so I could have all my things to say. All right, what else is there? That tea lady should be more concerned with this. Okay, what is that? Okay, it's going. What is it? It's going accordingly. Did you guys hear the host of G7 summit ban foreign journalists? I don't know how this is acceptable when leaders are representing their countries. They just don't want the truth to be told. Okay, exactly. The silence is deafening. See how quiet the voter is? She should give Katie the useless, unsolicited PR advice. All right, did I do this? Okay, that's the one I just did. That's this. What is that now? You're unable to view the tweet because this account owner limit who can see it. Okay, even though this is Kate's cause, Camilla will have been much better and is the next Queen consort. Kate was out of her depth and they know it. When Will becomes king, she'll be a mess hosting other royals and world leaders. Because it's not Camilla that's being used to bash Meghan. Where was the UK First Lady? Sam Cameron used to do this. I think that's what they should have used. Then they said the royals have nothing to do with politics or whatever it is. Shouldn't Boris Johnson's wife should have been take the place? Wow. They are trying to make her a mini Meghan, but it's just so embarrassing. It's not working, and it's clear she never studied the subject. Yep, look at what is it? The First Lady Biden. She had all the questions. She even showed it. She's like, I have all these questions. Okay, please don't lie. She composed 5 questions, made a pie chart, and let not forget the lag chair. And she said, quote, early years, end quote, and under 5, end quote, in her speech, what more do you want? Meghan has screwed her expectation. Kate is doing a great job, meaning England's bare minimum standard. Oh my God, you guys are under 5 like pre-K. What year is constitute early years? I don't know. Usually 0 to 5 is considered early years because in most countries, formal schooling starts at age 5. During these years, brain development is at its fastest and children learn social-emotional skills, controlling, managing body, functioning, and speech. By the way, I give this off the cuff. And by the way, my kids started going to school at 3. Literally, at 3 years old. Public school. Alright, because they had pre-K, they call this pre-K. Pre-K for 3 years old and pre-K for 4 years old. And then at 5, that's when they start kindergarten. Alright, so I was lucky enough to have that. So I made sure both of them went to their pre-K. And it helps. It really does. Because by the time they were at pre-K, they were starting to hold. These are things I was doing with them anyway. So it's just that now there's a more structure kind of way how to hold pencil, and they give them bigger pencil because their little fingers are so small, and using the smaller pencils, the number 2 pencils is, it's too small for their hands. They can't really grip it, so they give them a bigger pencil, and they teach them to follow the lines and all of this. I had tons of books. When you go to the 99-cent store, that used to be my go-to place when they were young. Go to the 99-cent store, go to the school section. They have all sort of stuff, I used to do that. So by the time they were at pre-K, most of the stuff they were teaching them, they were okay with. They were already ahead. All right. Does she have social anxiety? They should not force her to do things she dislikes. All right. Things she dislikes, she should start speaking up for herself. All right. See, the thing is, in the UK, she knows that even her flaps will be praised. She is aching for the spotlight, despite her social anxiety and articulateness. She wanted the spotlight. There's the spotlight. Meghan is not there to boost them up. All right. I'm sure it doesn't need to be said, but Meghan would have whacked this. I'm telling you. I didn't even see this question. Let's see here. All right. All Meghan can do is copy others. What? She makes well, all right. We know Meghan doesn't copy anybody. All right. Look at the other one. She's copying Meghan. She still can do it. What can you say about that? Oh my God. Let's see here. That you believe this is picturable. Question for you. Since you tried to think, what organization was this speech for? The UN? Who helped create the UN? Was it Eleanor Roosevelt? What was the first sentence of the quote that you convened cut off? It said, okay, it is said. All right, I'm sorry. As a professional American woman of her same age, the Duchess, not First Lady of the United States. I'm actually shocked by this. I speak and present all type as do my counterpart. It's work expected of us. We learn and grow do. All right, grow and do. All right, what is this? There are a lot of people who are uncomfortable with public speaking, but you work at it and learn to do it effectively anyway. Kate is nearly 40 years old and has been at this job for more than 10 years. It's a very high profile job. She should have execute communication skill. I've said this a while back. I was like, Princess Diana left a blueprint. She should follow Diana's blueprint. Alright, I don't want to repeat myself in the same video. They ran Harry and Meghan out of the country so they can have the stage all to themselves. Unfortunately, she doesn't have what it takes and never did. She should stick to taking pretty pictures and being quiet. They ran them out and couldn't rise to the challenge. That's a poor business decision and costly one, given concern over the monarchy's longevity. I mean, so many things. There's a reason why they ran them out, all right? Because they want the country to suffer. Okay, they beat Meghan up to prop Kate up. Unbelievable. They're paying for it and will continue to pay dearly for it. All right, keep sitting, Roger. Okay, also give this a read. Will help you understand a bit of the work Kate has done in this field. Well, we're talking about right now. Okay, I'm not even gonna read this. We're talking about right now. She's at the stage where she should make a first impression to those world leaders. We're not seeing it. Okay? Well, who else do they have to play this role? We now know what to expect for these kinds of events and can call these two prominent women being kind to each other. This is said with all due, with lots more on top of that. Respect. Love your takes on US-Brit relation. I mean, let's just say there's a maturity in First Lady Biden. All right, she's not that type who will snub it in your face. Okay, she's more like, okay, you see what it is, you see it for yourself. You bringing yourself down, I'm not gonna help you bring yourself down. This kind of thing. All right, and then it will look bad on her if she tries to snub it in on her face. All right, so she knows who she was dealing with. Okay, let me just say, she knows who she was dealing with. It's been in the headline for months. Okay, so we knows, and we knows, but she knows also who she was gonna deal with. So there's no reason to help her put herself down. She's gonna do it herself, meaning Kate. All right. Well, okay, I just read that. This is so pathetic and embarrassing to the British royal family and the country as a whole. God save the Queen. Okay, I've seen children, toddlers deliver Easter speeches with better articulate and feeling. Okay, thank you. She is so mediocre and I can't believe the press is praising her for nothing. Bias media. This is the thing here. Alright, they're setting them for failure. They wanna hear good things. They keep them in their bubble. Oh, you're so nice, you're doing great, you're doing this. But the rest of the world is saying, what in the hell did we just meet? This kind of thing. All right, and then before you know it, the thing is gonna blow up in their face. All right, Middleton seemed extremely nervous and uncomfortable. I don't think she unusually gesticulates widely like this. How interesting. But she should have been fluent in that subject. Isn't it a subject close to her heart? Oh, this is where they just said things and they don't really mean it. Oh my goodness, sweetie, if fluency is the criteria, then we won't have Albert Einstein, Charles Darwin, Agatha Christie, George Washington, Leonardo da Vinci, etc. They were not exactly poor public speakers, but they made positive contributions that are timeless. Stay jealous. Why, sweetie, her job to do public engagement on behalf of the Queen. Being bad at public speaking and failing to improve over the years means she kind of sucks at the job. What use is she if she sucks at making a compelling case for her passion project? That is true. I mean, those people, they could fool themselves, but they're not gonna fool people outside of the UK. And there's people in the UK who's not being fooled by it too. Alright? And also, as I'm editing this, I could see that if they had embraced Meghan and show her respect and hospitality and all of that, I'm pretty sure Meghan would have helped her. In her weaknesses, because I think Meghan is more of a helper, help build you up, because she already knew she wasn't going to be queen consort or anything like that, talking about Meghan. So if she saw your weaknesses, she will prop you up and help build your weaknesses to the level that is needed. Look at that, the picture, I think it was in Australia. You see Meghan sitting and at the audience, it was just her and Harry, and I think they have spoke about certain things beforehand, and then Meghan was probably just sitting there to critique Harry. Criticizing somebody is not a bad thing. It's a way to improve yourself. So I believe this is the thing that was going on in that particular instance. So going back to Kate, okay, I'm pretty sure Meghan would have helped her. Okay, because Meghan is a team player. She's not about selfishness. And I think Harry will probably help prop them up. You know, if they were so positive-minded, okay, the Fab Four they've been talking about, Meghan would have helped her. Okay, I don't think Meghan really needs that much praise. Her work speaks for itself. That's what I'm thinking. But they blew it. They chased her out. So now there's the spotlight. Deal with it. Let's see. Since when did you care about British royal family and their causes? I mean, take the criticism and improve on yourself. Nobody's trying to put... She's already putting herself down. My goodness. You know nothing. This is them coming for their rescue. But the proof is in the pudding. You know nothing. You only knew about them since an American married an ex-working royal. And while you're free to voice your opinion, they don't matter. Kate and Will's rules will get bigger. Oh my God. Will get bigger whether American likes it or not. Okay. Hey. Power to you, but nobody's really gonna take them seriously. Okay, they won't, because England has made itself irrelevant. Good luck keeping majority non-white Commonwealth countries when the Queen dies. Alright, I can see British monarchy surviving the raging inferno of inferiority, complexes, jealousy, and entitlement, otherwise known as Charles. God, she's not playing. Since you insert yourself into this thread, feel free to shoot yourself. You worry too much about the British royal family. No, we don't. Because they're sinking themselves. Maybe focus on relevant issues in the US. Believe me, we are. What's your basis behind those allegations? Is it because he no longer gives money to his 36-year-old son and his $10 million net worth wife, okay, or because she didn't allow them in the senior royal private viewing event? What is she talking about? What is all this? Now money and all of that. We're talking about substance, the presentation. What did they have to offer to the world leaders? What money? What are they talking about? Give money to his 36-year-old son? What is it? Are they talking about Harry? Meghan was rich too. What? Okay, I'm lost here. Okay, a very sensitive private Marlborough College education only buys you privileges, ladder climbing, and royal access. It doesn't buy you the ability to be a public speaker. It's well recorded, the best orators come working background. Okay, but you can always practice it and can learn to be more better. Yeah, that is true. This is what is totally missing here and interested too. Okay, your tweet says so much about you, Raji. The Duchess has been working on early years for 10 years, bringing together experts, listening to mothers and parents, conducting survey and research. Experts have praised her work and her approach. Her early years initiative has been rolled out. See, this is the thing here. It's almost when you do your project, okay, and then you do all the thinking behind the scene, you put everything together, you bring all the expert, like she's saying here. Now, this is the time to display it. Talk about it, explain it, and let people know what were your idea behind everything that you did. She didn't do it. And those people who were doing the presenting, who stopped Dr. Jill Biden and said the meeting is over, and Dr. Jill Biden said, oh, I have tons of questions here. They knew she didn't have anything. So when it's probably other people who did the work for her. You could praise her all you want. This is it. All right? This is the even, okay, let me give credit where credit is due. Even if she didn't do the work herself and the expert put everything together, which is fine because those experts know their field of work. All right? So at least her working with these experts should understand some of the things that were being said and how those experts were putting those things together. So now she could summarize it in a way. And if she didn't do it, she could say, oh, this is what this doctor said and this so-and-so said, and then this is how I took it and stuff like that. Nobody's expecting her to be an expert on it. Was she paying attention when those projects were being put together? All right, so the palace probably have those people put those things together. Whether or not she got involved or not, I don't know. But at least have a summary of it. That's all they're asking. Like, for instance, when they're talking about Harry, oh, why is he talking about mental health? He's not a doctor and this. Harry knows he's not a doctor. Okay, he pay attention. He pay attention to these people, those experts who's doing this thing, and then he bring his own experience, his
You know, through some of the initiatives that we've created, Invictus Games, as an example, that brought together 10, 12 different service charities to be able to share expertise, share knowledge, share experience, specifically around mental health, so that they were all standardization across the board to make sure that whatever the best practice was, everybody was sharing that. And therefore, if there's a wounded soldier that's left the forces, that's been lost in amongst the chaos of everything else, if they stick their head above the parapet and they go to Help for Heroes, one of the charities in the UK, if that's not for them, like you go to your supermarket, everybody chooses the supermarket that they want to go to. It's the same with the charity sector. And if you've got 101 choices to choose from, every single person is uniquely wired, and therefore their cure or their fix will be specific to them. But what we're able to do is bring everybody together once again around a table and say, right, you're now part of a group, you're part of something, and therefore anybody that comes in gets the opportunity or the option of 12 of you rather than one of you.
Ideas into these things here. All right, nobody is expecting for what's her name, Kate, to be an expert in this. Okay, whether or not, I don't know. Okay, but at least that particular thing they claim she put together and all of that, she should have an idea to do it. This is why they cut the thing so short. All right, because they know she didn't do shit. All right, at least that's how I'm seeing it. Well, I don't know. This is where preparation is important. Even if she didn't do it or whatever, at least summarize, write something that you're gonna say, memorize it and say it. Okay, and repeat it. You don't have to know anything. Just at least repeat and memorize stuff. Jeez. Across the UK, Dr. Biden asked to meet her to learn more from Kate's work in this area. Both have a long-term interest and commitment to childhood education. Read also to the letter they jointly authored following this. Okay, we could have go on for hours with Dr. Biden. Well, look at this. Let me go to that. Where is the thing? Was it that one? No, it's removed. Where is the thing that had? Yeah, this one. Let's listen to that again.
The strict instructions. So I feel like we could carry on talking about this for a long time, and it's been a really lovely discussion, but I'm afraid we're going to need to close in a few
I
minutes.
have a million questions
There.
written down.
Million question. Nothing was really good.
I tell you what,
I have to give you a call.
you're most welcome to come to Felton, but we'd love to hear any closing remarks you have, any closing reflections.
Oh my gosh.
All right, I showed this already, so I'm not even gonna. My goodness, let's see here. Next one, Macron English is better than Kit Kat. Let's hear that one.
So far, I've had a good couple days so far. I've had a chance to spend some time with President Macron, get to know him, and we have some things we got to talk about a little bit later, but things are going, I think, well, and we're, as we say back in the States, we're on the same page. So, thank you.
No, thank you, Mr. President. I want to thank you for our discussion yesterday and the working sessions we had. Indeed, we have to deal with this pandemic and the COVID-19. We have to face a lot of challenges, a lot of crises, climate change, and for all these issues, what we need is cooperation. And I think it's great to have the U.S. President part of the club and very willing to cooperate. And I think that what you demonstrate is that leadership is partnership, and we do appreciate. And I think we can deliver great things for that.
I think we can do a lot too. The United States, I've said before, we're back. The U.S. is back. We feel very, very strongly about the cohesion of NATO, and I, for one, think that the European Union is an incredibly strong and vibrant entity that has a lot to do with the ability of Western Europe to not only handle its economic issues, but provide the backbone and the support for NATO. And so we're very supportive, very supportive.
As I'm listening to this, all I was thinking is the way they had set the G7 summit to be in England, and the way the Trump administration was set, which were going in the same direction as the UK. Okay, so this would have been the opportunity where the Boris, the Queen, and all of that to set their what I feel that was gonna be is like a partnership between the UK and the US. Okay, I'm just talking about right on top of my head and things that I see that was being played out. And then you have the European Union separate entity. But what happened was that the 2020 election changed all that course. And this is why the UK have been fighting, saying like they want their own market system and all of this. And if they were to have that, and the US was going, let's say if Trump were to be president, okay, president, it would be like the UK would have been like, okay, we don't need the European Union, we have the US and the UK, and we could do our own marketing kind of system kind of thing here. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. And this is the way that this is why we saw the US was going in the same direction as the UK. Okay, but the 2020 election changed that. Okay, for real, embarrassing. All right, that Macron speak English better than Kit Kat. I think I missed something here. All right, I do something else. All right, G7, is that a retweet? Okay, G7 really put the spotlight on two below mediocre personalities, the clownish PM and the Duchess who can't speak properly after over 10 years of finding her voice. These welfare warriors should have stayed home and only let the head of state handle things. Okay, all right. Potentially unsuitable, embarrassing for her, for the country, and for Dr. Biden. Let's see here. Okay, Rajithan, that the Duchess has a few kids herself and is well a Duchess is really not a good enough reason to trot her out of this gig, for which she is patently unsuitable. It's embarrassing for her, for the country, and for Dr. Biden. I know they're desperate to boost her, but this is bad. Oh my God. Alright, whoever is handling at Kensington Royal is getting it very wrong. Remember what Harry said? All right, they have those people who's giving them bad advice. All right, putting Kate with her cheery, breathless, jolly hockey sticks shallowness next to a heavy hitter with gravitas, seriousness, and evident personal insight, such as First Lady of the United States, is a moronic move. She should have refused. Wow, let's see here. There's 20 comments in here. All right, OMG, this is brilliant. Thank you for posting. I purposely ignore everything the Royal Karen did because I know it is a desperate PR. There is absolutely no talent because she doesn't have the heart for it. I worry the masses will fall for it. Thank God they haven't. All right, you're welcome. The fell miserably, and her lack of any talent was on full display next to the brilliant Jill Biden. A lot of people were amused that she is that bad. Decent Britain were embarrassed. This is a good news. Oh my God, the squirt. Oh, that petty. This is good news. It's worth sharing. The squad are petty as fuck. It is good news. It's worth sharing. OMG, this is brilliant. Oh my God. If the, the squad been saying leave Meghan alone, but you guys didn't listen. So when something like that comes, the squad is like, it's good news. All right, let me continue read. OMG, that is brilliant. Thank you so much for letting me know. How embarrassing. They prop her up to the max and she literally can't speak without anyone cringing. She relies on nothing but PR aim at the supremacists who lap it up. People with real brains, the truth. Okay, when you turn off the noise of the British right-wing media, you'll get reactions such as the one below from people who are not fooled by Royal Karen and the fake fawning. Let's see here. Vish, okay? Rich Daddy, it's effing embarrassing. On one side, you have Dr. Biden, an intelligent woman who's worked her way up. On the other, you have Kate, I can only have babies. Wednesday. Oh my God. It's bloody embarrassing. No wonder she hates Meghan. Oh my God. All I see right now, as I'm reading this, I could see Meghan breastfeeding her baby, her feet up and just laughing and shaking her head and say, look, I gave you all, but you guys pushed me out. Oh my God. Let's see here. Dr. Jill Biden is a professional and almost 40 years old Kate unskilled. Really embarrassing. There's one video that I have. I believe that was during the election time. I went on her background. I actually read... Thinking about it now, it's so freaking stupid, but it was worth the read because I think I was thinking of a question about her background. I didn't know. I freaking read the WikiLeaks for you guys. On that video about Dr. Jill Biden because I was thinking this is what she does and I wasn't so sure. I did the research and went to Wikipedia and share it with you. Okay, so these are coming all full circle here. All right, if some of you been following my videos, so you guys should know a little bit more about Dr. Jill Biden based on the Wikipedia. You could go watch my video or go with Wikipedia. All right, and here's some silliness in between. All right, Dr. Jill Biden is okay, I just read this. Okay, it was bad, really bad. All right, and as usual, they won't let her know just how much she needs to work on herself, so her mediocre will probably continue, which is a disgrace if they keep shoving her to meet and engage in conversation with people of Dr. Biden caliber. Yeah, what did I say way before all of this? Several videos ago, probably when I was maybe 200 subscribers or something like that, I was saying these kind of things. I was like, look at Meghan. I criticize her public speaking and stuff like that. Criticize doesn't mean in a bad way. It was a positive criticism. All right. And then I said for the other one, she has Princess Diana as a blueprint where Princess Diana saw she needed help in that and she got the help. All right, but they popping their head up, put them in a room, thinking it's the whole world who feel the same way like that for them. And Meghan will have shine like a shooting star. She will have the world at her feet, wanting more only. Who knows? Maybe this is why they shoot her. They put the pressure on her so badly to leave before the G7 summit, because it was gonna be take place in the UK. Okay, I have listened to Meghan and Jill go on for hours. That's why no amount of public speaking training can fix this level of viciousness and mediocrity. Okay, this is embarrassing. Horatius is 100% right. She's comfortable walking behind her man. Let the light shine onto Bulliam. She gets used to the background. Now we see the result. Okay, they do have enough money to pay private for. You see, there it is, to help work on and train in public speaking. It is very embarrassing, hence why Meghan was told to be half herself. What a cheek. Dr. Biden had to lead this. And the other thing, as I was thinking, is that what was that? This is why when the thing come in my mind, I have to say it right away. Okay, public speaking. Okay, they had enough money. Never mind. Okay, she was bad, but no worse than Boris, who should have a bigger role to play. But guess what? The thing is that you guys voted for all of this. You guys voted for all of this. And this is the embarrassment you guys get out of it. Okay, I wonder what the play was here. Did they really think Kate was supposed to showcase something about the family? She did show they are dull and unimpressed, so I guess goal achieved. And the other thing, okay, this is the thing that I was thinking, is that they usually, in one tweet I was reading, that they usually bring the queen the newspapers and stuff. So the lies that they put in the newspapers, boosting their morale. Oh, Kate did great, Kate did this and all of that. All right, so they're not gonna change. For them, the newspaper is setting them up for failure for the rest of the world. But the things that's going in the UK and the newspapers, they lying to them. They just lying to them. My goodness, Boris looked MS like he needs to do Pilates and no idea what Chuck and Wills were doing. It seems cobbled together because they were busy bullying a baby, President of the United States and First Lady of the United States, on point and doing the job. Okay, yep, that Prime Minister is an international embarrassment. Hey, you guys just vote for him. Didn't you guys just vote him in again? I don't know how politics in the UK works, but hey, this is what it is. Okay, I don't know why I'm not feeling that sorry, because an election just went on a couple weeks ago or months ago. What, last month? Okay, got the impression no one took him seriously. The British royal family were busy sucking up to politicians for photo apps. Jill Biden did a great job. Royal Karen could learn a lot from her. Right, light being shown and exposing mediocrity and inadequacy globally is positive step forward. So glad to hear it, because these people trashed the very thing they were trying to emulate, thereby telling us that they know Meghan. Then Diana before her is authentic and a brilliant humanitarian with talent. They trash her, then they try to copy her with disastrous effect. It's like they're falling apart in front of the whole world. PR gone wrong. That's on them. Let's see here. This one was kind of funny. I don't need another drink, said not me last night. This is me. That was me last night, because the kids and my husband went to my brother-in-law. So I had the house all to myself. It took me all day to edit a video. So when I finished, I was, I took a shower, sat at the living room, drank 2 glasses of wine, and I was knocked out. That was me. Alright, that was me last night. Kiddos and hubby were out. I had fun by myself, and I was knocked out on the couch. Pretty much exactly what I just said. You, me, same page. Okay, I don't overdo it last night, as I have this one to entertain. Alright, you need to approach being drunk more the way a glass of water would. I mean, I don't do that all the time, but occasionally, hey, you sipping on the wine, you have the house to yourself. It's almost like the Vax life. You had the house to yourself. Alright, I'm having a dry June due to excess. Okay, it's always a good idea, and I think it's time. Yeah, that's how my night went as well. People's laughing. Oh, mate, shit happened. Well, shit happens, damn. Okay, I can barely make it to the kitchen, let alone be a garden. I mean, I don't drink over excessively. I mean, once in a while, look at this. I went camping. I, sip on some wine, and I was knocked out. I don't know. They knocked me out after I have them. Oh my God, you guys would not believe how much mosquito bite I had on my leg. I think it's after I drank that thing when we were camping, and then I fell asleep outside, and it was in the dark. I didn't feel it until I came home. My leg is full of mosquito bite. All right, next tweet. Okay, her handlers need to just let Kate be Kate. All right, her skills and capabilities are limited. It is what it is. Okay, they can't admire defeat with her, even if they want to. They spent the past 10 years fighting to prop her up into a position that's way above her capabilities and range. They can't let 10 years worth of handling go down the drain pipe. Okay, let's see here. This is what you call cause and effect. Cause when you're so desperate for status, effect when the power and charge knows how desperate you are and hold a shiny object up. That is true. And all the while they're scrubbing you of your intelligence and personality. All you are left with is nice clothes and curly hair. Wow, that's a very good point. This is why Meghan was like, F this, I'm out. That is true. That is true. That is so very true. You see, this is material thing. It's like a freaking dummy. My God, my God. I wonder how her parents are taking this. Let's see here. Oh, she's here. That's good. Someone needs to look into how exactly she got into St. Andrews. I have a feeling they have their own admission scandals. That's a good point. We can't all be good at everything. Maybe she... there's that person. All right, let's see here. She can't be good at everything. Maybe she's good at being a mom. They should let her do that. I'm good at coming up with ideas, but not working out the fine detail. Yeah, that's true. And I think I was saying something like that at the beginning. They should look at her strong points and then use it. All right? And there's other working warriors. They could use those working warriors to do those other events and stuff like that. All right? That's that, right? It's actually more feminist to let women do what they are good at instead of forcing them to either do it all or stay at home. If Kate wants to be a stay-at-home mom or queen, let her. Just like how if Meghan is able to be a working mother, let her. All right? I mean, Meghan was too good for them. Yeah, the level was too high for Meghan, for them. All right, they have to tell her to be 50% less. Oh my God, this is unspeakable. Yep, the more they try to stretch her beyond her capabilities, the more her weaknesses show. Invest in public speaking. There it is. People saying that. And media training, she needs to commit to improving. Or she's useless as a modern day asset on the world stage. Okay, on the world stage. Alright, I don't get it. Her fan base don't seem to care about most of her project anyway. Just be regal and make sure your hair is done. But they do pay attention to another Duchess projects as much as any fan. Okay, exactly. Can they appoint someone to be her representative? Imagine when we become queen. Alright, or when she become queen. Yikes. Okay. Well, we are told that there are $50 million project coming. Maybe money will fix the problem. They have spent years molding that Play-Doh, oh my God, Play-Doh, to what they wanted. This is what happens when you feel entitled to someone else's gift and talents instead of simply focusing on whatever you do well. That it is. I mean, everything is playing right in front of us. Okay, for my okay, I put a note here. For my subs who didn't think or believe the same way I was feeling about Kate. Sorry. Okay, let's read this. I love the squad, but Kate along with William are the main participant in the smear campaign against Meghan. How you can still have sympathy for that woman is baffling to me. That's for you guys. Okay, I could easily avoid this tweet, but I'm being honest with you. Alright, you told me like it is on the comment section, so this is for you. So it's not just you, whoever you are in the comment section. There's people on Twitter who feel the same way. I should be ashamed of myself to even sharing that, but it is what it is. Alright, she's not the meek, no control woman you think she is. Alright, there it is. Wait, who has sympathy for that woman? I'm in hiding right now. I'm in hiding. People are going mental. Where are people feeling sorry for her? I'm sure it's concern trolling. Okay, there it is. Even though a few of her low-key fans have outed themselves. It's just concern trolling. Okay, concern trolling. But you told it like it is, okay? I'm taking the beat down, okay? Not in these streets. That's the squad. Yes, I agree. Those who have followed her since she was 19 know that she's nothing close to how she's being marketed. She is a tough cookie. Okay, the royal voters know that, and I will single out Ingrid Seward, especially as she was highly critical of her back in the day. Okay, next one. That'll never be me. I'll drag that Karen every damn day and go to sleep with a smile on my face. Oh my god, you squad. Okay, double checked every square inch of this place, still can't find a fuck to give. Oh my god. Alright, exactly. Kate has to take responsibility for her lack of commentary when the papers ripped Meghan apart for bullying, only for us to find out actually it was Kate who was the bully. Alright, exactly. She basically let a lie spread around as Meghan harassed from all sides when she opposite happened. Is disgusting. Alright, the day I feel sympathy for that woman, hell will freeze over. Okay, yes she is. I personally don't think she really disliked Meghan. She is doing what she's told. That's where I sort of stand, but hey, alright? I'm not praising her or anything. She's doing her own bashing, but I just think she is being told what. That's exactly what I think here. Alright? Okay, but hey, she got what she deserved. Alright? Okay, but sometimes when I see just how inept she really is, I too do feel a grain of sympathy, mainly because she doesn't seem to be aware of it, and I'm embarrassed by her lack of insight. Okay, I think Kate was the trigger of the smear campaign as she is so far beneath Meghan's capabilities. Okay, she knew she couldn't compete after the Aussie tour. William instigated his KP team, but Kate loaded most of the guns and Jason Kanoff, and William pulled the trigger. That's a way of putting it. They make me too irritated to have sympathy. Question though, then they announced last year that we're going for another baby. Is William shooting blanks? Shooting blanks, or is it with Rose? Because one is too ugly. Oh my god. Alright, Kel is a mean girl and seemed to have been that way well before Meghan came along. So whatever negative energy is in her life looks like karma. Oh well. Okay, spot on. She's a mean girl through and through. Right now, I do think she has the eating disorder, and the only thing I have done is point it out because she's not physically well, and from her copying Meg, she isn't mentally and emotionally well either, obviously, but other than that, I can't say I express sympathy. Alright, sympathy for Kate? No, no. Alright, Kate and her mother are in control of William. I don't think so. They have their eyes on the prize, the throne. They are willing to suffer any humiliation to get it. It's almost like that other tweet where they know you're desperate for something. They're dangling in front of you. Guess what? There's a possibility when it's time for you to, when William is about to be king, guess what? There might be a divorce in the play. Alright? So she better be careful. Alright, you are right. I used to think she was a good person, but that was because I didn't know what kind of a person she is. She sit back and enjoy all the pain and abuse Meghan was getting because it's benefited her. I have no sympathy for her, none. Okay, sympathy. The squad don't know what sympathy means when it comes to Kate. And some of you too. Alright, I just seem like we don't know who she really is, very guarded, as if the firm tell her what to do. This is what I really think. I think the firm is telling her what to do. Alright, that doesn't mean I'm sympathizing with her. You know, I don't know what I said in the other video, but whatever I said in the video, it is what it is, because I usually say what I feel. But this one, I really think they're really telling her what to do. Okay, and the thing that they're setting them for is for failure. All right, look how we're receiving the G7 summit of her. All right, she should not be there at all. All right, like a robot, she does it. Get married, smile, look pretty, don't speak, give air and spares. Right, she doesn't seem happy and thinner than her usual small frame. Agreed, this is exactly where I'll be forever. Kate and William let Jason Kanoff go because of that bullying claim against Meghan. It backfired. It backfired on them, and they are letting him take the heat. For the other, they gave Haven't you noticed the difference? No more leaks of the Sussex's business, all right, because it was them. Okay, exactly. She know the game and is playing it to the fullest. All right, so there's more of this. Let's read 2 more from down up. Okay, my leftover sympathy come from a remembering how the press treated her and the mean thing people say about her all the time. Remember Wady Katie? It's why this whole thing disillusion me with her and Will. Okay, with her and Will. I was like, you remember how awful this was? Why are you not helping? All right. Could never be me. She's a terrible person. I have no sympathy for Klutzy Katie. Oh my God, Decipher. I will never defend her. On Instagram, I blocked many squad loving her. I don't think I was loving her. I was just saying what it is. Alright, so this is what's going on YouTube, not YouTube, on Twitter regarding her. Alright, next tweet. Let's see here. I cannot stress this enough. Check on your friends when they get distant, because you never know what they are going through and not telling you. Y'all be so quick to say somebody acting funny, but they just might be going through some shit. Alright, when I saw this, I thought I should just share it with you, just because. Alright, they said that nobody even needs detail. Quote, I can't. Literally, that's it. It literally make no sense. Distancing yourself means you want distance. Some of y'all think y'all are the only one that go through shit. You have to know your friend to know when something is not right. Because a lot of time people might think that I'm lonely, talking about myself here, but I enjoy being by myself. Not everybody is like me, but if you know you have a friend who's usually outgoing and then all of a sudden you detecting certain things, that's when, you know, you could ask, you know, are you okay? Give a call. And I like how the squad sometime in the comment section say, are you okay? And things like that. This is what's really good with the squad. Not even knowing each and every one of us personally, but at least putting this out there and things like that. But in a personal level, if you know of a friend or family member who's distancing themselves, whose personality is somewhat off, yes, I would say give them a phone call and find out if they need an extra somebody to listen to, an extra ear. But don't force it, because not everybody is into all of that. Give them time to think about whatever they want to share with you, or just give them the opportunity, let them know you're there for them. That's all. I mean, many people would think I'll be lonely when I'm by myself. I actually enjoy being by myself. I always find something to do. All right, it may not be something you'll find very interesting, but I always find something to do when I'm by myself. So I thought this was very interesting to share with you. Okay, if you distance yourself from me but you're kicking it with everyone else, I'm not checking on you. That is exactly it. That is it. That is that. Okay, 100%. I don't act clueless when I do what's best for my mental health. I keep my space secure. Exactly. This one is a good one. If you distance yourself from me, but you're kicking it with everybody else, I'm not checking on you. That is true. But sometimes you need to, I'm just going to leave it at that. Okay, you can tell in the comment who never dealt with folks that had depression before, but complete isolation is a thing to get your mind right. Trust, I'm slowly coming out of my isolation myself. Alright, honestly, a lot of people who never experience it are incapable of being friends with people that struggle with mental problems. They expect their friends to be and think like them. I'm so grateful for my friends that get it. I mean, it's a different level. People are different. It's just different. Because when I was a teen, one of my ex had depression. I didn't know what this is. And in my mind, okay, now that I'm older, I understand better. I learn and I understand this kind of things a little bit better, especially this year. But as a teen, I didn't get it. How could somebody be depressed? How could somebody cannot be happy and all of this? That was my way of seeing it. All right. And then, I don't want to get too much to it because I didn't know any better. That's it. I didn't know any better. And this is why it's good for those who experience it and got out of it, or who probably still going through it, need to speak up. That way people could be aware of it, know of it existing and how it impact people. All right. If people were not talking about it, you think I will know? No, I would think, I don't know, why are you depressed like I used to be at my teen, when I was a teen. All right, so people need to speak up and let people be aware of it. All right, and this is the awareness that Harry is bringing out with the me you can see kind of thing. All right, it's bringing the awareness of it and let people know these are the things that people are going through. All right, have a compassion and understanding and this kind of things. All right, so I'm moving from that. Okay, I don't want to entangle myself here. All right, this one I bookmark. I can see it. Did they? Oh no, it's there. Oh, the person who originally did it deleted it. All right, even though this is Kate's cause, Camilla will have. Okay, I think I did that already. Maybe it's another. I read another retweet. All right, next tweet, Alex and Drew. Foreign press. Oh, this is the thing about barring international press. Foreign press barred from the G7 host countries press briefing. Global Britain, my ass. Okay, there's this. I'll go back to the other question. Okay, message just now from Handler about Boris Johnson's closing G7 news conference as summit host. Unfortunately, that's a quote. Unfortunately, the UK does not accept journalists from foreign outlets. Global Britain, right? Wow. I'm wondering if those who participate, like the Biden or something like that, could record it on his phone and then bring it out there. All right. Johnson really didn't like the New York Times article. Let's see here. Britain's Prime Minister, slapdash, venom, incompetent, and unanswerably popular. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is the thing here. It's the closing one. Okay, the closing G7 news conference as summit host. My goodness. I mean, I don't know. Should the people, I don't know. I don't know what to say about this. But there it is. It is what it is. I hope the press office is not actively trying to achieve headlines and serious newspapers across the world informing readers that their journalists were barred from attending. Really not a good look. That's it. All right. At Boris Johnson needs to stay out of the water. At Cubby's Bay, he's so out of his depth and hosting a prestigious event that he's at risk of drowning while paddling. Okay, as for his comms team, media, I guess communication team, media advisors, congrat on mission to make UK look smaller and weaker every day. And then one of the tweets that I saw where President Biden was talking to the French president, where they're pretty much on the same page. So Boris already know, I mean, these people came here to make damage. I mean, I don't know their full intent, but from my perspective, from the outside world, it seemed like they're just causing damage, chaos. All right, and then they want to be in the American market. All right, Preston and Laura Kursberg, Beth Robbie should boycott the closing news conference and solidarity. This is a disgrace. If this was McCune and McCune and company, there will be uproar. Why is this man so scared of scrutiny? He must be terrified. The wheels are coming off. People are starting to realize. All right, did no one explain to him what he signed? Let's see here. Can I see that? Okay, this part. I'm just going to read that part. First, we resolve to defend the principal value and institution of democracy and open society, which drive our own national strength and our alliance. We must ensure that democracy, starting with our own, can deliver on solving the critical challenges of our time. We will champion transparency, uphold the rule of law, and support civil society and independent media. There it is, independent media. We will also confront injustice and inequality and defend the inherent integrity and human right of all individuals. All right, so what is that for? Embargoed until the conclusion of President Biden's bilateral meeting with Prime Minister Boris Johnson, the new Atlantic Charter. Oh, When was this? Okay, today, the President of the United States and Prime Minister of the United Kingdom reaffirm their commitment to work together to realize our vision for a more peaceful and prosperous future. Our revitalized Atlantic Charter, building on the commitments and aspirations set out 8 years ago, affirms our ongoing commitment to sustaining our enduring values and defending them against new and old challenges. We commit to work closely with all partners who share our democratic values and to countering the efforts of those who seek to undermine our alliances and institutions. And this part I read already, which shows about independent media right there. All right, so there's more. If you could see it, by all means. All right, let's see here. What do seven people say here? Okay, the EU didn't understand the contract they signed with private pharmaceutical company either. What does that have to do with that? We're talking about G7 summit. I think you find there are other things he signed, but later claimed to have not read or not understand. Okay, they've got a form. As it appeared, they didn't read the deal with the EU that they vote with them. Okay, remember he admitted that he had not read the document. That's not his problem. I mean, hey, it is what it is. All right. Since when does Boris Johnson follow anything he signed off? That's not a good thing here. Okay, they actually did, but did not commit to acting upon it, and it was vague statement that they would do their best, and then sold more to the highest bidder. The pharmaceutical company is now slowly being phased out by many countries for the competitors. Okay, still the vaccine being used by more than any other by the world at cost, not for profit. Okay, how awful, huh? Okay, it is not the most used. Get your numbers out of Boris' ass. Alright, so that's that. Let me go to the original tweet. And this is that. Now, this is the person that I follow who tweeted that. Okay, can we at least agree they are actively seeking to destroy friendship and subsequently involvement and join goal and securing favorable deals? Then ask why. Ask why. Because they are likely to report accurately, unlike UK press, which suppresses the truth and is willfully blind to what actually happening 95% of the time in the UK. This is what I say here, because the truth is not like the Queen get the newspaper every day, and then it's full of lies. It's full of lies in front of her. All right, because they all like to be. Okay, that's what I just read. P.S. This was a poll ad of Daily Hate Mail couple of days ago. What is that now? No Boris Biden press conference today, which is unprecedented in modern time for inaugural bilateral meeting between the U.S. President and British Prime Minister. That was June 10, 3 days ago. All right, Biden held his first press conference as president after 64 days in office. No president has waited longer in the past 100 years. There hasn't been a second one 77 days later. Also, no TV or print interviews. Maybe this is important or not, but it is a fact and B, unusual. Okay. They are going to utterly salt the earth, will rejoice pride around insisting rejoining will be even easier than remain. The battle we lost because our side was largely naive and hopeless in fighting. And the thing is, this is the thing here. They were hoping. This is the thing. They were hoping they will have a Trump presidency where they will do their deal in private. All right? The nonsense that Trump put in the U.S. presidency, but the voters said no. The people fighting, so they were hoping for this kind of thing. They were hoping to get a UK-U.S. kind of silly deal, this kind of thing. All right, and where it's just gonna be for their buddies, okay, using the country to feed their rich friends. That's what it is. Look, okay, don't even listen to what I say. Just go look what's happening in the US thing, and look what's happening in the UK. Not the Daily Mail, this kind of thing. Real journalism. What's happening in the court system with the Tories. What's happening in the US with what happened with the DOJ when the Trump was presidency. This is what you need to look at. And this was what was going to be going on at the G7 summit between the UK and the US. It's for their bodies, using the countries for their bodies. Okay, so that's what I got here. A very Trump move, not even trying to pretend otherwise. There it is. Hasn't he already been selected about journalist access? Okay, even before that there was this thread. Okay, let's see here. Okay, terrible organization at G7 in Cornwall. Journalists have been parked an hour drive away from where leaders are meeting, almost like everything was designed to keep journalists as far as possible, which is the opposite of democratic. Not a good look for the meeting of wealthy democracy. At the last in-person G7 hosting by France and Brits, journals were across the street from leaders. We shouted questions from balcony, had many opportunities to run into leaders and for impromptu press huddle that was democratic. No mobile PCR testing facility here, NHS facility on site, but with registration system that black out foreign, at least French phones. Okay, this is basic logistical necessity for foreign journals to be able to travel home. Portugal did great providing this at May, Euro, and Porto. No food at G7 Media Center or at Forward Media Holding Area where we do get to the leaders. Mountain site. Media are made to hold for hours. Do you really want a grumpy, hungry journalist? Wow. Wow. That's how the UK did that. Forward Media Holding Area was definitely improvised as an afterthought by someone who doesn't get how journals work. Okay, in 2019, and was it Biarritz, France, okay, I hope I pronounced this correctly, provided a proper catering service with breakfast, snack, lunch service. It was clear they had thought about the need of the journalists. And in fact, beyond the organization organized issues, France delivered a riveting newsmaking summit. The UK has not. Okay, sorry, that's not how it works in the UK any longer. Our journalists, largely parrots and party line, they get spoon-fed by their politician paymasters. All right, there are a few excellent journals, but they keep all journals as far away as possible in case they ask a searching question. LOL, truly amazing that anyone can actually think. All right, very poor choice of venue, dubious reason why it was chosen. Let's see here. G7 and Corbett's resort is bonkers. Leading police chief warns that holding this week's summit in Seaside Village is a security nightmare. Okay, why the G7 summit in Garbis Bay? In part because as a boy, Boris' dad played. I mean, it's nothing about your personal feeling anymore. It's about what's good for the country. All right, Boris' dad played there with the PM legendary Granny Butter. Here, Stanley Johnson recalled the eccentric family that shaped our premiere. Phew, that was 11 June 2021. To be honest, the less I hear about John dabbing about and Granny Butter, the better. All right, Johnson government will do anything to avoid question, especially from those foreign types who do not appreciate that nothing must tarnish the image of the great leader. Only softball question from favorite commentator allow those more uncouth media people at home. What the other countries should do is to hold a help conference together for the media. Forget the UK. All right, talk together. Go stand somewhere. Do a conference for the journalists, at least for your people of your country. All right, it would be much better if all the other countries were there. That way, one cannot say this didn't happen and vice versa. Welcome to democracy and media. Boris Johnson's government style. Boris Johnson does not believe in democracy. This is why they cut the thing with Jill Biden really short. All right, she said I had so many questions, and then nope, sorry, that's it. Okay. Okay, I keep modern journals at arm's length too. Never before has there been organized gaggle so institutionally dishonest to fight honest as 21st century journalists. I think you'll find there is a group that is more institutionally dishonest, feign honesty than 21st century journalists, and that Boris Johnson UK government, and you can add venality, corruption, thuggery, xenophobia, racism, dishonesty, duplicity, perfidy, and many others. I mean, you guys just put this guy right back in, so it is what it is. I don't even need to read that. They senseless shit show. All right, next tweet. What is this here? Oh, I thought that was kind of weird. All right. Okay, 13 June 1920, the U.S. Post Office Department ruled that children could no longer be sent by parcel post before that time, provided your child weighed less than 50 pounds. You could simply affix them to their clothing and send them off from a post office to a nominated address. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, I pity the postman who has the misfortune to have to deliver a child that won't stop crying. I wonder who was changing that nappies. Okay, how on earth was the postwoman meant to carry more than one child, let alone deal with it? Wow, where were these babies going? Who would want the postman or postwoman to transport the child like a parcel? Oh my God. So there's a music in it. Okay, love this. Born in the wrong decade. Okay, I'll bet post carrier will be relieved if they found they had no kids to deliver on their route on the same day the Sears catalog had to be delivered. All right, I have the beginning of a sore throat. I may have to take off a day. That would be the excuse. Don't be a cliffhanger. Okay, fake sick, bring back memories as to how we met. Alright, let me go on to another one. Alright, let's see here. Anyone else mother fall asleep during movies and then wake up every 30 minutes or so asked to fill her and on what happens? I think I comment on it, or did I branch it out? No, but my dad does. Poor guy, fall asleep as soon as he sit down, even at a red light. What? While he's driving, scares the shit out of me. All right, oh, there it is. That's my comment. I think that's me. What did I respond back here? Let's see here. That's here. My mom fell asleep and then refused to admit it happened. I can take 5 minutes of video of her drooling and snoring, and she swears she was just resting her eyes for a second. That's my husband. Why can't they admit they were asleep? Okay, I just read your question to mom, and her answer was because we don't know we are. So there you go. So there you go. So anyway, let me go to another one. Let's see here. No, not the goddamn chicken too. Oh my God, those GIF. Let's see here. Let's see here. They must be really desperate. What is that? Share pets might give the Cambridges and the Sussexes another chance to bond as they seek to heal the rift between William and his brother Harry. At this point, it's expected. They have so little life that they have to steal everyone else's life experience. Now, this picture is something else. All right, and the shoes as well. All right, the institution want William and Kate to be like or better than Harry and Meghan so badly that they copy everything they do. What is so disturbing to me is that they smiling tell the world that they copy them every time they find out what Harry and Meghan has done. Make it make sense. Okay, I'm just here for the picture. All right, and one day shoes, then chicken. Don't tell me. Okay, where is that from? From at Tanisha Timeline. I can't wait to use it. Okay, to be fair, they have had them since 2017. I figure it was not a recent thing. I had just seen that the shoes she was wearing were the same as Meghan. Then I saw the story about the chicken 5 minutes later. All right, I'm almost done with what I bookmarked. All the maggots that support the Cambridges are furious right now. They see how the couple avoid getting sullied by the stench of the Trumps and are sucking up to the Bidens with everything they have. Love that for them, because they want use right-wing side for support, but want to be like or get popular off of left-wing Americans. Not political here necessarily. The President of the United States represents all American, and the Queen is the head of state of the UK. These people are all individuals with individual opinion, but when they come together officially, they represent their respective countries. Okay, I still want to know what the royal are doing at the G7. Cloud chasing. That's what I was thinking. I was like, why were they there? But they're not about political and stuff like that. Really, I hope so, because I have not seen any. All right, they will be forgiven for it. Okay, it will not serve their higher purpose, especially since Fox News has decided to go hard at hating Harry and Meghan. Okay, they're embarrassing themselves as usual, and it's glorious to see. Okay, I know it's so embarrassing. Their lack of simple intelligence showing. Okay, haha. The sucking is putting vacuum cleaners to it's putting the vacuum cleaners to shame. I can hear that swooping sound from across the Atlantic. Post-Brexit UK is in desperate need of US trade and support. You see, this is what they were hoping to do with the US. I've told you that they were hoping to get that with the US if Trump were president. Guess what? The UK will be like, we don't need the European Union. I got the United States. But guess what? Things change. All right, things change. I told you. I knew that was the thing. I felt that was the thing that was going to happen. No. All right, that's that. Next tweet. What kind of a person wishes a week-old newborn well? All right, that's a... I don't claim them. It has nothing to do with me, but I guess I better try to be polite response. Kate is looking very hard when she is not smiling. Okay, one that can't think on their feet, is not fluent, and lack a well-rounded vocabulary. Someone who knows she's done something that will preclude her from ever seeing that child. All right, they remain unconcerned about was it A and L? They weren't eager to meet Archie either, and he was right there. That's right. Her answer is proof of their nastiness toward Harry and Meghan. They had an opportunity to do a do-over for blowing it with Archie. It would have been so easy to FaceTime even with their kids, jackasses. All the very best seem to be prepared talking point. Either Fiesta husband. Oh my God. Edo Fiesta's husband used same line yesterday. I guess they trained them to say if they ask about Archie, just use that line. Oh my goodness. Wow. The same person that says spring is lovely time to have a baby when asked about Archie arrival. I'm paraphrasing. Okay, they're planting that visit up. Kate says one line, and all of a sudden she is the secret weapon. If she really cared, her answer should have been, I feel so bad that they had to deal with the BBC over a name. We love her name, Little Bit Diana. All right, there's many ways they could have done it. It's just missed opportunity. Oh well. The translation in my head, quote, wish you all the best being mixed and all, end quote, tough life ahead. Okay, one incandescent with jealousy that a week-old baby is more popular and beloved than the incandescent one will ever be. A kid champion, that's who. Okay, a program puppet. Oh my God. Well, the reporter did ask, what do you wish for the baby? You know she has to have notes and can't answer off the cuff. LOL. Okay, yeah, the body language experts were all over the place when Meghan and Harry were around. Where are they now? Someone expressing thought and prayers sentiment. Oh my goodness. The same one who can't wait to meet her but have not FaceTime. That's a good point. Okay, I laughed so hard at that. What happened? What do you wish for a baby? It sounds like Aurora's christening when a bad fairy arrives. LOL, no comment. That was cold-blooded right there. Alright, there's another tweet. Oh, she can hear very well. Okay, she can hear well. Thought Richard K says she couldn't hear. Let's hear that. 45 seconds.
As a health and safety law, and ably supported by your Royal Highnesses, I think.
Very dangerous. I didn't think this was going to work.
I didn't think this was going to work.
There is a
Is she holding upside down?
I know there is.
There it is. She hear very well.
Unusual.
Is it upside down? Oh my Lord, dear Lord.
This is all the Lord Lieutenant's idea, by the way. As a health and safety law, and ably supported by...
There it is. She hear very well. I'm telling you, Como is working and fast forward for Harry and Meghan. You don't need to wait too long to get the answer. Making excuses for the Queen, and there it is. I can see why Harry loves her from the little exchange though. Alright, all of them are. You're trying too hard. Alright, next tweet, and this is the last one that I bookmarked. Richard K told Untruth, the Queen here is just fine. There's another one. And still has some moves. Harry knows his grandmother. Alright, little bit. Alright. He called that woman senile. Oh my God. Meanwhile, there is the issue of how the Queen received the news from Harry in California. If it was over the phone, might this have been problematic? Most people of 95 no longer have perfect pitch hearing. Oh my God. Of all things, this is what he chose to talk about, and then you just see on camera, and then she's responding, she hear it. I'm gonna go back to that video again. Okay, and on a long distance line, there is ample room for misunderstanding or two. After all, Elizabeth and Lilibet, unless carefully uninitiated, do not sound so dissimilar, especially when said at speed. Oh my God. They find every way to make excuses. These people are really embarrassing. Okay, exactly. And that receipt is in my purse. It's a keeper. I'm telling you. But if he's like about that, what else will be lied about? Okay, why can't tabloids stick to alien Bigfoot and the Loch Ness monster? In my days, that's all they talk about. Right, her conversation with Biden went on just fine. That's the squad. The squad don't play. I think you meant to say Richard K told another untruth. Let's go to the one that the Queen was talking. All right, let's listen.
And ably supported by your Royal Highnesses, I think.
I didn't think this was going to work.
I didn't think this was going to work.
There is a knife. What? There is a knife. I know there is.
There it is.
Something that is more unusual.
This is the part that Kate is good at, just standing there.
This is all the Lord Lieutenant's idea, by the way. As a health and safety law, and ably supported by your
There it
Royal
is,
Highnesses,
responding to the sound. There she's
I
gonna
didn't think this was going to work.
Two hands.
There is a knife.
there.
What? There is a knife.
There. What?
I know there is.
There. Okay, she heard very well. So squad don't play. They keep their receipt. Alright, so that's all I have for. Let me go to my notification. We'll see what's popping. Okay, anywhere but here. What is that? Alright, Prince Charles looked like he's having a jolly time. Anywhere but here kind of jolly time. Oh my God. Alright, let's go to home. Alright, question. Okay, I read that when I first opened. How's that bullying investigation going? Okay, let's see here. Right, any new leads? Alright, we are still waiting for the result of the finding. Going to be eggs on their face if they don't find anything. Okay, the barely concealed bitterness with Kate exhibited when asked about her new niece was telling, to say the least. She is such a pill. William just screwed up. Alright, okay, that was a distraction. Alright, let's see here. What is that? Okay, the palace HR. Okay, Human Resources Department is not investigating Meghan. She was never an employee of the royal household, so her action aren't really a matter for the HR department. Instead, they are looking into employees' complaint of hostile work environment. Did people feel bullied? Did they lead to them leaving? Okay, did they know about the help that was available to them? Did they try to use it? Did they feel like they will be penalized? When did that vote? Any date somewhere? Okay, for seeking help. This seemed like a response for that mental health thing for Meghan kind of thing they're responding to. If they were doing all this engagement, what were they? Weren't they working royals? All right, now they're changing the rules again. Okay, so this is that. Maybe if the emails that Meghan sent and wasn't responded, okay, they're not investigating Meghan. All right, let me go. What else is going on? Okay, how's that bullying? Okay, her handlers need to just let Kate be Kate. Her skills and capabilities are limited. It's what it is. I think this is within one of those tweets that I read. That's awkward. Jill Biden praises Prince Harry hours before private meeting with the Queen. Oh, okay. He is so irrelevant, right? What's this? All right, so the Daily Express. That's awkward. Jill Biden praises Prince Harry hours before private meeting with the Queen. Alright, let's see this. Alright, the royalist, but not Jill Biden. Okay, Prince Harry is the best part of the royal family. Harry have good relationship with his grandmother, even if the UK press are fighting to write another story, to brainwash the poor Brit. Harry is the best Windsor. Okay, let's see here. Those demons really want to sell to their readers a war between a grandma and her grandson. Incredible. They absolutely need to spread their propaganda to nourish their soap opera. Exactly, real dumb. Okay, Dr. Biden recognized real from fake and watched True Death offer that the scummy surface layer on the top can't Harry has real death. Those others are simply a quick surface stop on her agenda. If he and the Queen were at odds, that would be awkward, but they aren't, so it's not. Okay, why is it awkward? Wow, okay, why is it awkward? Harry has a great relationship with his grandmother, no matter how the palace tried to spend it. I mean, I'm telling you, they're really setting everything for failure. I think I'm gonna stop now. All right, let's see here. Oh my God. Okay, Betty out here fighting with her 8-day-old great granddaughter. I would say Agbaya. I have seen it all. Thanks to the US media, we know Kent has never even set eye up on Lily. Now she's trying to cover up by briefing the media that Harry sent her a text. If she is happy to share her private text message between Daily Fail journalists, I highly doubt she will have kept that quiet till now. So we know from Omid that Harry spoke to close family before the announcement. We know he spoke to the Queen. Who else close family? Because we know now he didn't speak to Will or Kate. Probably his father. Things must still be distant with William. Alright, what's this here? Okay, yeah, I saw that some text in April, like in that private and confidential information. I hope he didn't say much that how can you get texts in April about baby born in June? They are clown. Oh my God, I didn't read the story. Did the shit shower Sunday rag say it was April? Oh my God, they don't even know how to lie anymore. What is going on? Harry and Meghan, who are now based in California, announced the arrival of their daughter last Sunday, prompting warm message of congratulations from the Queen, Prince Charles, and Duchess of Cornwall, and Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. The Mail on Sunday understand that Harry also sent a text message to Kate, cementing her role as a bridge between him and... they really want that thing to happen. Her role role as a bridge between him and his brother that appeared to be forged at Prince Philip's funeral in April. Then they even said she was, when they were walking up that hill after the mass, the funeral, that Kate was putting them together or something like that. All right, but the mood began to soar with an article in the New York Post which said it had been told by unnamed sources. Remember, some of the squad have pointed out to me, which I sort of knew, but they said in the comment section, New York Post is by Rupert Murdoch. He's playing all sides. Okay, they're sending this nonsense to the U.S. papers to make it seem like it's not still them. It's them who's playing all sides. Okay, told by an unnamed sources that Harry called the Queen for permission to name his daughter Elizabeth. Alright, that's what I got from this. This doesn't say the text was sent in April. This is Kate trying to give herself a new title based on the funeral on April. Telling the Daily Fail about her text message probably isn't the smartest way to be a bridge, but I understand she was really embarrassed by it yesterday. I mean, reading comprehension is very is very interesting. Okay, who tweeted that? Okay. That's enough for me. I'm tired. I'm not gonna edit this today, but I'm gonna go and just chill. Maybe watch TV. It's 3:40 right now, p.m. my time. Let's see how the thing is. I just upload this. Let me close it. Alright, this is due the 17th. Alright, let's look if they remove another subscribers. Alright, so that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. Please check your notification. Make sure you still subscribe. YouTube be removing subscribers from me. Keep checking your subscription. Make sure you subscribe. Not just my channel, all the other Sussex, positive Sussex fans YouTube channels. Alright, thanks for watching.